Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today is Friday, February the 20th of the beautiful year 2026. And today we'll try to play our first session of the round of 16 of our main event, the 2026 Paldas Cup. Yeah, yesterday we tried, but unfortunately we failed due to a no-show of Robin. And today, another day, another chance. So let's see if TUGI and HEPTA show up for the match and if we will be able to play the first session of this round of 16 action. This is not the only stream for today. We'll have American players later. I will tell about it maybe right now if you want to. So at 17 UTC, so in few minutes, we play the first session between TUGI and HEPTA, and then 3 hours later at 20 UTC, we'll have the battle of the American players, AV Geek versus Le. They will also play their first session of the match. Then we'll come back to some Tetris action on Monday. We are unfortunately split into 3 streams, but yeah, this is the case. We weren't able to make it in a different way, especially with the availability of the American players. It's maybe sometimes difficult, but yeah, we could then concentrate on one match at a time. 15 UTC Robin versus Gunter, the second session of this match. Yeah, Gunter takes advantage of the no-show of Robin, is now 8-0 ahead. And then we will play the first session between second session, sorry, between AV and Lem, 20 UTC, and we start one of the most probably exciting matches of round of 16, Merke versus Blue Scooty at 22 UTC. Then we also have something scheduled for Tuesday, second session between TUGI and HEPTA, and second session between Merke and Blue Scooty, and we will be then slowly but surely heading to the City WC Austria, the tournament, organized by our Austrian community with a lot of international players. I'll be there as well. So yeah, there will be no matches, no streams during that time. So we'll be then back at the beginning of March. Quick reminder what happened in the tournament so far. All matches but one of round of 32 are decided. Hannah versus Adam Irish. Yeah, we still wait for Adam Irish to be ready to play this match. So 7 out of 8 round of 16 matches pairings are known. Merke versus Blue Scooty, AV Geek versus Le, Shuichi versus James, Cobra versus Serenity, TUGI versus HEPTA, Elias versus Rurchak, and Robin versus Gunter. As you can see, this 8-0 result. Yeah, this is a pretty now interesting situation in the round of 16, best of 25, so race to 13. Can Robin win 13 games before Gunter wins 5? Yeah, this is kind of an interesting situation right now. Yeah, luckily Robin will try to chase this score down. Doesn't want to withdraw from the tournament. This is a good fighting spirit. Yeah, and the French player will now have a very interesting task. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But now we are in the gray part of the bracket. TUGI, our seat number 2 against HEPTA, seat number 15. As you can see, TUGI won in a sweep against Purek 10-0. HEPTA won 10-5 against Roma in the round of 32. Now they face off each other, and the winner of this match will play either against Elias or Rurchak. So, what is our event? What are the rules for our event? Sorry. We play level 18 starts only. No line cap, SPS controller, and handcam are mandatory for this event. And we play reroll seat every game. Round of 16 and quarterfinals. This is the format for these stages of the tournament. Best of 25 in 3 sessions. So we play 8 games today. So theoretically speaking, as a tight score is possible. 4-4, for example. Yeah, that's the only tie possible. 8 games in session 2 and up to 9 games in the third session. As we play best of 25, so race to 13, theoretically speaking, match can end in 2 sessions. So first we scheduled the first 2 sessions with the players, but that's the point when both players have 4 games. For example, if they are tied after session number 1, of course, session number 2 will be needed, and this session will be scheduled as well. Our heroes of the hour are TUGI with an ELO rating of 1998, only 2 ELO points below this magical barrier of 2000. The only player who crossed 2000 is Mörke, our world number 1. ComPB for TUGI 729. HEPTA, ELO rating 1650, ComPB 630,000. The difference in the ELO rating says that TUGI should be 88% favorite to win the match. I checked in the database and I don't have any officially recorded matches between the two players in Paldas for ELO, so it looks like this is the first official match for those two players against each other. You see TUGI won 10-0 against Pyrek, HEPTA 10-5 against Roma, as I said, in round of 32. And both players already with 200 lines in this event, in the longest game. TUGI with 214, HEPTA with a flat 200. So this might tell us something. Yeah, we'll see. Highest score for TUGI 574 so far, 623 for HEPTA. Yeah, TUGI did not need to play that efficiently, so to speak, but probably now it will be cast to do so. Hello HEPTA, welcome in the chat. Yeah, I was about to check if our players are alive, and I tell you something. Both of you are alive, so I will be bringing you to our screen in a second. Oh, I see TUGI playing this floor 3 mode, and is doing a pretty interesting game. 17 lines. So TUGI on the left, HEPTA on the right. HEPTA, remember that the handcam is necessary, so camera adjustment will be needed before we start your match. And thank you very much for doing it immediately. So let me give the pieces for game number 1 to you guys. The seat will be EF14D1, EF14D1, and Ivan is with us in the chat. Hello Ivan, welcome. There's a good chance this will be a disaster, says TUGI. Good luck, have fun. Hello TUGI, welcome. What do you mean by disaster? If you mean by disaster this will be a close match, it's better for our viewers, you know. You haven't slept, oh. But you were about to fix your sleeping schedule, right? Right, or am I mistaken? You said something, I need to fix it, and you wanted to you know, schedule in advance, which happened here. Yeah, so we'll see then if HEPTA can take advantage of TUGI not sleeping, but maybe TUGI without sleep is more dangerous. Yeah, so we'll see. Our players are ready, so we won't hesitate any longer. Game number 1 of this match starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And the seats are correct, so we are in game number 1 of this round of 16 match between TUGI and HEPTA. And we see that players are stacking exactly the same for the first Tetris. Now the first difference in stacking, but yeah, the first Tetris, players went for exactly the same stack. HEPTA with a scheme. TUGI is not scheming yet. 3 perfect Tetrises. For TUGI, 73 for HEPTA. Another Tetris for TUGI, 116, HEPTA with 98. Yeah, so TUGI was able to build around 1 Tetris advantage over HEPTA in the opening 25 lines of this match, of this game. Yes, for now the players are now stacking very cleanly and trying to maximize their scores. $186 for TUGI, 148 for HEPTA. HEPTA with a T-spin. Both players are now lowering their boards a little bit. But it looks like TUGI is now about 2 Tetrises ahead. So those small slowdowns of HEPTA and TUGI, yeah, TUGI uses this. I wouldn't say that HEPTA, you know, had like any major issues or something, but oh, now maybe this is a little bit of a longer slowdown for HEPTA. Oh, let's see. And this is now becoming a little bit serious for HEPTA. Can HEPTA survive it? Oh no, this is looking very, very, very difficult, and HEPTA is topping out at 222, 680. So, TUGI is good. TUGI takes game number 1 with a 600k pace. But TUGI does not want to play this out. 331, 360 is the score. And 1-0. GG's. Putting me against Mr. Bass. This is not Shuichi, HEPTA. It's not Shuichi. It's TUGI. It's only TUGI. 4B FE 5D is the seed for game number 2. 4B FE 5D. I'm the opposite of Bass. But the game number 1, was a 600k pace TUGI, so if it wasn't, yeah, I don't buy it either. Yeah, okay, so our players are ready. Game number 2 out of 8 for today starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. For BFE5D. Yeah, so the seats are correct. We're officially in game number 2. And some nice adjustment by TUGI to keep this board in a clean state. Oh, now both players getting higher and higher with their boards. And HEPTA needs to reopen the well, gets the well open, gets the long bar for a Tetris. This helps a lot, and another long bar for another Tetris. So, yeah, HEPTA still with some work to be done. Due to those misdraws, but the board is now low enough, and HEPTA should be fine dealing with it. TUGI, meanwhile, with a clean board, 102,000, 64,000 for HEPTA. So it looks like TUGI, is trying now to get some advantage. in the time HEPTA is trying to get rid of those holes in the board. We have 145 for TUGI, 73 for HEPTA. TUGI is playing a clean game. HEPTA still... Yeah, oh no, finally HEPTA opened the well and probably will go for this column 3 setup. And the long bar is here for HEPTA for Tetris. TUGI 216 after 50 lines, HEPTA 126 after 52. So this is about 90k lead for our Austrian competitor in this game number 2. TUGI 264, HEPTA 172. We are like almost halfway through level 18. HEPTA with a little bit of a misdrop. Oh no, HEPTA needs to stay focused. Oh, this is now getting higher and higher. Can HEPTA survive this board? Oh, the steepies was terrible, and I'm afraid HEPTA is going higher and higher, and this will be another top out. 68 lines, 178, 980. And TUGI once again over 300,000, 315, 780. TUGI takes the game and leads 2-0. GG's. So here is your seed for game number 3, which is 78 C7 0E. 78 C7 0E. Yeah, so officially TUGI won his 12th game in a row in this tournament. 10-0 against Perek, now 2-0 against HEPTA. TUGI yet to lose a game. Can HEPTA change it? Let's find out. The players are ready. Game number 3 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And 78 C7 0E. Yeah, the seats are correct. So we are officially in game number 3, and as the players are building their initial stacks for the Tetris, guys, let me remind you that this tournament has a Maturino prize pool. We are currently at $523 US. If you wanna help us with the prize pool, making it bigger, feel free to click on the link in the chat. If we reach $1,000 or more, we are able to pay the top 16 of the event. Yeah, if we stay below 1,000, the top 8 will get a share of the prize pool. So any help, any donation from your end is fully appreciated. Back to the game. TUGI 53,000, HEPTA with 72, so first time in this match. HEPTA with a better score than TUGI. So now TUGI improves to 199 and HEPTA at 120, so HEPTA 1 Tetris ahead. And TUGI now with a little bit interesting stack. Oh, and get some pieces that prolong this dig. HEPTA meanwhile, Tetris ready, waiting for a long bar. Now HEPTA needed to close the well, but there is no long bar, so no big issue for the Finnish player here. Oh, and currently there are no long bars at all. So there is a drought, and both players have to manage their boards. Still no long bars, so this drought is getting longer and longer. How well can the players handle this situation? Finally, long bar appears, but HEPTA wasn't able to capitalize. TUGI got a Tetris. TUGI got another long bar for another Tetris. HEPTA still needs to open the well, but the misdrop of the O piece will complicate HEPTA's life, and HEPTA now needs to stay focused, stay careful, play carefully. HEPTA can still survive it. This is still possible. But this is not an easy situation to be in, and HEPTA probably knows it. Oh, and HEPTA's board is becoming more and more difficult, and I'm afraid this is another top out. So the 70 lines, this is the barrier. HEPTA can't cross today. 57, 68, 70 lines, and HEPTA can't survive any longer. TUGI with 304.00 takes this game and leads 3-0. Yeah, you almost got out of this drought, HEPTA, but then yeah, there was like a one or two misplacements, so to speak, and this was it. So the seed for game number 4 will be 1e f7 29, 1e f7 29. And the players are ready. So game number 4 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, and the seats are the same, seats are correct. So we are officially in game number 4. Yeah, and this for those who followed the action in the round of 32, this is a change. We don't play 9 games in the first session, we play 8 games. So one game less. Theoretically speaking, a draw after this session is possible, a tight score of 4-4. But in order for this to happen, HEPTA would need to win some games. And as you can see, TUGI 10-0 in round 1, 3-0 so far in round 2, the round of 16. So yeah, TUGI yet to lose a game in this tournament. TUGI with a Tetris 117, HEPTA at 76, HEPTA with another Tetris, but TUGI now will need to deal with this. Will need to deal with this hole. Sorry, 119 for TUGI, 100 for HEPTA, but HEPTA got another Tetris. TUGI now is in a little bit of a mid-stack situation. Shouldn't be anything dramatic. The Austrian player is dealing with the board relatively well. And now is Tetris ready. Improves to 158. HEPTA won it with 148. Now HEPTA with a little bit of a problematic situation. Oh, and the misdrop of the S piece. This might be a bigger slowdown than HEPTA probably expected. Oh, and no good pieces for HEPTA as for now. HEPTA now needs to get something to bring the board down and get some pieces. They're maybe not the most perfect pieces in the world, but HEPTA gets a nice dirty Tetris, and HEPTA should be fine. 185 for the Finnish player, 250 for our Austrian competitor. This is the score update. HEPTA able to... almost able to reopen the well, wanted to say, but yeah, the game did not want HEPTA probably to go clean that quickly. Oh, and now those S's and Z's and some towers creating. And hello Purek, welcome in the chat. 81 for TUGI, 204 for HEPTA, 76 lines. And with this Tetris, HEPTA gets the best match. The best match. That's the best score of this match so far. Good to see. TUGI is building something, says Ivan. Yeah. 298 for TUGI, 276 for HEPTA. So TUGI about one Tetris ahead. HEPTA finally with a longer game than 70 lines, which is good to see. And now a little bit of complications on TUGI's board. Yeah, anything dramatic, but yeah, this will slow TUGI down. And HEPTA was able to catch up. 328 for TUGI, 323 for HEPTA. And we still have a little bit more than 20 lines before transition. And both players now with clean boards with very similar scores. Oh, and HEPTA misdropped the LPs. What a weird misdrop it was. And HEPTA now needs to open the well. And gets the well open and gets a long bar for a Tetris. 376 for HEPTA, 375 for TUGI. But TUGI 4 lines behind, so yeah, effectively one Tetris ahead. Yeah, and this is one Tetris real lead for TUGI at 122 lines. So we're approaching the transition very, very soon. And can we see our first level 19 run of this match? Both players with 200 liners already in this event, so they know how to play post-transition. But will it be the case today? HEPTA transitions with 448. TUGI transitions with 469, so TUGI around one Tetris ahead, and we have our first 19 race of the day. Oh, and HEPTA is going a little bit aggressively, but he's getting some good pieces for this situation. TUGI now is getting higher a little bit. HEPTA's board is also getting higher. Can HEPTA reopen the well? Yes, but can HEPTA get a long bar? This is getting more and more complicated, and HEPTA tops out at 152 lines with 465, 960, which means TUGI is good once again. TUGI wins another game and leads 4-0. Yeah, no one can stop TUGI in this tournament so far. HEPTA, of course, you did how do you say it? You did your best game of this match. Finally, a game that went to transition. Yeah, you buy it now. Okay. Yeah, you see? 500 merchant. Oh, and TUGI is now set up for a Tetris and gets a long bar for a Tetris. 543 for TUGI. This is now a little bit difficult, but TUGI gets the piece to the right, and now this is looking very, very dangerous. And TUGI tops out at 553, 980, which is more than enough to take this game. And yeah, TUGI 4 games advantage, so TUGI is guaranteed at least a tight score after session number 1. And here is your seat for game number 5, 04 BACE. Okay, so the players are ready for game number 5. And the game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, so finally HEPTA was able to play a full game, but it looks like TUGI's efficiency is good enough to to win those games. 14 games in a row in this tournament for TUGI. Yeah, so what my impression is after the first 4 games that for example, like this, those weird misdrops happen to HEPTA. They come like so unexpectedly, and yeah, in the most cases in the previous game they were like game deciding misdrops, so to speak. I'm not sure if this like because of, you know, the last second adjustments HEPTA is planning to do, or because of this slippery dust or something, but yeah, this is what my observation tells. And yeah, but we'll see. Korean adjustment. Yes, the Korean adjustment. Yeah, that's a nice thing. And yeah, that's for now. 184 for TUGI, 187 for HEPTA. TUGI waiting for the Smash Boy, gets the Smash Boy. Korean, I think it's correct as you did, Ivan. 194 for both players, so we are actually playing a neck and neck game. The players are playing. Oh, and now, okay, TUGI gets a long bar, so it's only one hole to deal with, and yeah, fixes the situation almost immediately. 224 for TUGI, 226 for HEPTA. And HEPTA now would like to see a long bar, is forced to close the well. No pieces for HEPTA to fill this hole. And finally HEPTA gets something. 271 for TUGI, 234 for HEPTA. HEPTA with another Tetris. And another Tetris for HEPTA. 71 lines in, 279. TUGI 294 after 69 lines, so TUGI once again ahead. But HEPTA not that far behind. A little bit of a slowdown for the Austrian player, and HEPTA can catch up with the score. So we have 362 for TUGI, 326 for HEPTA. And both players pacing pretty well, and yeah, Ivan also saying about it in the chat. 351 for yeah, but now TUGI is trying kind of run away with the score. HEPTA had a little bit of a slowdown, and TUGI is still getting those Tetrises. 433 for TUGI, 367 for HEPTA. Hey guys, yeah, interesting thing about TUGI's tournament. TUGI won 14 games in a row, but did not need a single 600k yet to win these games. So this tells also a little bit of the story. 570 is the highest score of TUGI in this event. And I'm mentioning it because, yeah, look at TUGI's pace. 464 at 109 lines, HEPTA 415 after 109 as well. Hello Ryan Chessmaster. Should be, and TUGI is also seat number 2 for this tournament. And considering their matches played against each other, TUGI won more. I can tell you just in a second what's their head-to-head, or I will tell after the game is done. So TUGI with 558, HEPTA with 508. So HEPTA with the first 500k of the event. 582 for TUGI, 533 for HEPTA. So HEPTA is about 50k behind going into 19. And let's see how it goes, and let's see if TUGI can bring if TUGI can get the 600k. TUGI is playing on Classic Tetris Brawl channel. HEPTA 547, and TUGI finally crosses 600k. HEPTA tops out at 547, 620, so a very decent game. But yeah, unfortunately, HEPTA, this is not enough for you. Your Austrian opponent found a pace and is now mullining a very good game. It's 5-0 for TUGI, and of course we'll see how far TUGI can go on 19. Oh, this is now looking complicated. 631 for TUGI. TUGI played this floor mode in practice, so knows how to play a little bit over the ground, but 633 top out, 640 is more than enough for TUGI to take this game. GG's. And yeah, 5 games in, 3 more games to go. I will give the seat when HEPTA appears on camera, as I do in all of the matches. And while we're waiting for HEPTA, let me tell you the story about TUGI Merke head-to-head. I wanted to give you the information. Okay, so HEPTA is back. So here is your seed for game number 6, and this will be F97D83. F97D83. So TUGI and Merke, they played against each other 7 official PAL-DAS only matches. TUGI won 4 of them, Merke won 3. In the recent year 2025, they played 3 times against each other. All matches ended up in a decider. Merke won 1, TUGI won 2. So yeah, this is about something about statistics, and it looks like our players are ready. So game number 6 starts in a 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So the seats are correct, so we are good in game number 6. So counting this game, there are 3 more games in this session, so we play 8 games today. Then the players come back on Tuesday to play their second session. Oh, and TUGI now with a little bit of a complications. 10,000 for TUGI, 55 for HEPTA. Okay, it looks like TUGI should be able to get out of this situation, but TUGI stays a little bit greedy, goes for this dirty Tetris and gets hit. 47 for TUGI, 125 for HEPTA. So HEPTA was able to build 80k lead while TUGI, sorry, no TUGI, TUGI was digging. Sorry guys, I can't speak properly. Speaking in foreign language, it's not the easiest thing in the world. But yeah, sometimes some funny words can leave your mouth. didn't like intend to insult TUGI or something. So yeah, hope we can understand this mispronunciation. 125 for TUGI, 180 for HEPTA. So the players are playing, and TUGI is getting higher and higher, but gets a nice scheme with this S, and the long bar for a Tetris. And TUGI's board is in a very manageable position. Oh, and HEPTA was trying to force something, but it looks like, yeah, some holes got created. 175 for TUGI, 192 for HEPTA. So TUGI is chasing, and it looks like this 80k advantage HEPTA had. Oh, this might be nothing right now. HEPTA's board is not the best one. HEPTA, of course, with some favorable pieces can fix it, but would like to see an L piece and gets the L. Okay, it's now column 1 ready, gets the long bar, gets a Tetris. 224 for TUGI, 223 for HEPTA, so we are neck and neck. TUGI was able to reduce this 80k deficit relatively quickly, as you can see. On HEPTA's board is kind of high, but gets a long bar for a left well. And 273 for TUGI, 249 for HEPTA. Okay, HEPTA is now set up in column 9, gets this Tetris, and is now... Oh, TUGI is so many lines ahead. So HEPTA's situation is actually not that bad. Let me check it. TUGI sets 374 at 113 lines. HEPTA is like 8 lines behind, so maybe 2 Tetrises. Yes, so this is more or less one real Tetris lead for TUGI. Of course, if HEPTA can get those Tetrises. And we are approaching the transition very, very soon. When HEPTA's board is not looking great approaching transition. Okay, but HEPTA probably will be able... Yeah, HEPTA is clean now. 426 for TUGI, 348 for HEPTA. TUGI transitions with 450. HEPTA will transition with the next Tetris. It's 375, gets another long bar to lower the board. And HEPTA probably can survive it. 400 for HEPTA, and we have 469 for TUGI. 464 for TUGI, sorry. Oh, and HEPTA's board is unfortunately falling apart, and I'm afraid our Finnish player can't play any longer. HEPTA tops out at 404,040. Oh, 404040 is the score for HEPTA. So TUGI takes another game and wins a 6th game in a row in this match and 16th in the whole tournament. Yeah, the downstack was nice, but yeah, but your pre-transition stack was kind of difficult. Yeah, there wasn't 222, but 404040 is also good, right? Yeah. So we have TUGI. In game number 4, 185 lines. Game number 5, 181 lines. Game number 6, currently 186 lines. So it looks like TUGI is getting some consistency post-transition. And a Tetris for TUGI 554, 200 liner. .214 is the longest game for TUGI in this tournament so far. 214 lines. And 216 is officially the longest game for TUGI in this event. America's longest game of the tournament was 210 lines. The longest game of the tournament so far was 224 for Elias. So it looks like TUGI is beating this record as well. And here it is, another 600k for TUGI. $629, 260 lines, level 32. TUGI's comp PB is 729,000, almost 730. Oh, and TUGI is now going risky. Where is the long bar? There is the long bar. This helps with lowering the ball. 702. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my! But this is a very nice and decent game for TUGI. 307 lines, 708, 840, 708, 840, 307 lines. Wow! This was a very decent game. Well done, TUGI. Well done. 6-0. Oh, let me give you then the pieces. Oh, that was a very nice run. And here's your seat for game number 7. D3, B4, E0, D3, B4, E0. And the players are ready. So game number 7, our penultimate game of the session, will start in a 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Can HEPTA stop TUGI? Can HEPTA squeeze a game? Let's find out. But considering the recent performance of TUGI, 185 lines, 181, 307 lines, yeah, it looks like HEPTA will need to go for a very, very good game. TUGI started the stream trying to, I don't know, gaslight us or something, saying I haven't slept. And hello Robin, welcome in the stream. Have you seen the recent game? 307 lines from TUGI, 700,000. Okay, score, says Robin. Yeah, decent game, I would say, yeah. Not even a comp PB, so, you know. Okay, now TUGI is a little bit high. Okay, decides to go for some schemes, doesn't want to risk that much. And probably TUGI shouldn't, as, yeah. So our Austrian hero can play those long Mullins post-transition, so risking on 18 shouldn't be that big of an option, and we might have a first loss of TUGI in this tournament. 68,400 top out, and HEPTA is the first player in this event to win a game against TUGI. It took 16 games for an opponent to beat TUGI in at least one game, and yeah, no 13-0 for you, TUGI. So yeah, HEPTA stays alive. 145-920. So this won't be a sweep. And yeah, 6-1, 7 games in. And we play our last game of the session for today. And the seed will be B9, BC, AB, B9, BC, AB. This will be the seed for our final game of today. And we'll come back to this match on Tuesday at 17 UTC. On Tuesday at 17 UTC, we'll play the second session of this match. Maybe the last one, but yeah, if HEPTA can win in total 4 games, then the third session will be needed. B9, BC, AB, B9, BC, AB. These are the pieces for the final game of session number 1. The players are ready, so the game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, no problem, HEPTA. You have the correct seat. We played, our 8th game, and no seat mismatch yet or any funny stuff consider with the seats, so all good. Yeah, this is our final game of this session, and there are no other matches scheduled directly after that. So dear players, if you wanna mullen this game regardless of your opponent play, feel free to do so. With 114, HEPTA with 91. And a little bit of a misdrop. Another misdrop and another misdrop for HEPTA. This was like a cascade of misdrops, and now HEPTA. Oh, this is unfortunately not looking great for HEPTA. Those series of misdrops, and the board is too high for HEPTA to survive it. HEPTA tops out at 122,740, which means TUGI is good. TUGI takes the game, and leads 7-1 after session number 1. TUGI, if you wanna play this game out, of course feel free to do so. I know this is an early stage, so if you don't want, I don't blame you, but you have full right to play this game if you want to. Okay, TUGI, while playing Ro16, this is also a classic trademark. Yeah, so HEPTA, pretty tough session for you today. Your Austrian opponent is kind of cracked. So, yeah, I missed something. You showed something to the camera. What was that? Sorry, I missed that. HEPTA, I'm not sure what was that. Was it something important to... I was showing a PS Vita. That doesn't tell me anything. Sorry, I'm not familiar with that. So 308 for TUGI after 67 lines, so it looks like another decent game going. It still doesn't tell me. I'm afraid HEPTA I'm not like into this topic, but maybe our viewers are more familiar with that. So TUGI at 380,000 at 84 lines. Maybe I'm too old for this thing. I don't know. It's a handheld PlayStation console. Oh, character is raccoon. Okay, good. And guys, please forgive me when I don't know some things. I'm pretty old fart, so some things. Hello, SuperMark64, welcome to the stream. To get 454, 103 lines. And TUGI is having another decent game. And now probably TUGI has a dilemma. Should he sleep or shouldn't he sleep before session number 2? Guys, what would you recommend, TUGI? Come to this session sleep deprived as today, or trying to get some sleep? $570, so TUGI can transition around 600k. And TUGI transition with 597 with a very decent board. Oh, TUGI, this is looking probably too optimistic. Oh, but TUGI still can squeeze some lines. Okay. Okay. Oh, but this doesn't go. But well done. This was a very nice effort. 608, 920. GG's. 608. Yeah, just very decent effort. And yeah, I think we have a deserved leader after a session number 1. TUGI leads 7-1 against HEPTA. And here are the match stats after session number 1. The highest score for TUGI and highest lines, I think. These stats tell a little bit of a story. Of course, this one hiccup in game number 7. And yeah, this is something probably Something probably, yeah, that's also tells us a little bit of story. If you wanna beat TUGI, probably count on an early top out or something. But yeah, HEPTA 547, 152 lines. It's not that bad, but yeah, considering who you play against, it looks like yeah, HEPTA, you need to probably go for every single game for your comp PB next time if you wanna challenge this Austrian player. So yeah, very decent start of the match for TUGI, 7-1 lead after session number 1. And yeah, we'll come back to this match on Tuesday. So let me show you what is the next stream we will have. This will be today in about 2 hours. AV Geek versus Le. At 20 UTC, the American players play against each other. Also the first session, so the first 8 games of their match will be on the stream. Then yeah, we have a weekend off, and we will be back on Monday for Robin versus Gunther, AV Geek versus Le, and Merke versus Blue Scooty. The very first session of this match will happen on Monday at 22 UTC. So guys, yeah, mark your calendars. This might be an interesting showing as well. Yeah, so after this session, yeah, the bracket looks as follows. So we played the match in the grey part of the bracket between TUGI and HEPTA. And we have also our recent PDM tournament winner, Elias, who got the longest game of the tournament so far before this match started, of 224 lines. A player who, yeah, in the recent months got over 700k in comp as well. So yeah, we might have in an interesting quarterfinals if both TUGI and Elias win their matches, but of course HEPTA and Ro16 are still in the fight, so we will see. Of course, we'll have our, so to speak, seed favorites, but yeah, it's not over until it's over. Yeah, as long as the pieces are falling from the sky, we can't tell who is the final winner. Yeah, so the grey part of the bracket, this was the match today. Then we switched to the red part of the bracket. Seat number 8 against seat number 9. The 2 American players, AV Geek and Le, will play their 8 games today as well. So guys, we are done with this stream. If you have time, please join us in about 2 hours for the battle of the American players. Now I'm trying to find someone to rate. HEPTA, are you staying online? If yes, we might raid you. No, HEPTA is not there. I hope HEPTA stays live. And yeah, we'll raid HEPTA. And guys, I hope you had fun watching this. It looks like our seat number 2 is pretty well prepared for this event. And yeah, this match will continue on Tuesday. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in about 2 hours for AV Geek versus Le. Bye bye for now.